Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! We have a campsite visitor! So hello from Caroline, something for Steven. Surprise, it's a rug! I read a short story about a flying carpet recently and bought this in the moment of literary impulse, my biggest vice. No, the rug can't fly, but it can be the backbone of a great home decor. I wish it could fly. That would be pretty cool. Get some Aladdin going on. A red message mat. So, it's literally a mat for what she sent me, which was a message. You can't put rugs outside, can you? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know much of what to ramble about today. Honestly, I might just end up rambling more about EVE Online. I can't help it. It's what I've been doing. I've been slowly getting back into the groove of things. And like, I know you guys probably don't care. Like, it's just all I really have to ramble about. Unless, like, one of our animals gives me something to ramble about. And I've even started talking in chat channels again. It's great. Hey, Weber. Over here trying to be a pirate? Through orange soda? It's real dark out. Not really. The sky today looks clear and dry, but that means the sun and moon are happy. I mean, they have nothing to do with the clouds. Ah, Diva be having a sit. Nice relaxing sit. Whoops. Diva! Diva! Stop doing things so I can talk to you. Hey there, Night Flyer. How goes, Acorn? Hey, what are you up to for the next 7 hours? You wanna hang out? Just kidding, Acorn. I'd love to hang out. Like, jeez. No, they're doing like... they're singing together. Aww. I was got Joy back here, because look at them. Oh, they're so adorable. Okay, gotta talk with Leaf. Let's see what Leaf's got today. Okay, so the azalea's in season. I kind of already knew that. But what else do you got? Pumpkins, maybe? No, sugarcane. Okay. I don't really feel like doing another yard right now. So, I mean, I know we've only got like 2 or 3 left to do. I just don't feel like doing it. Hey, Steven, I like running into you. Let's chat. Make you so sleepy when it's dark out. I don't. I kind of wake up when it's dark out. I don't want to interrupt them. They're so cute. Peanut, glad to see you. Want to chat? I'm about midway through the Y in DIY. Such a great book. It's very fair. Did you love an evening walk, Snorty? I do. A little fresh air never fails to cheer me up, Snorty. Aww. Aww. They're so cute. I love how they do that. That has to be one of my favorite things about New Horizons. Is just that your animals will sing. Like, it's so cute. Hey, what's up? You ever ask something, you don't have an answer? Hey, when that happens. Here's what I do. I smirk real sarcastic like, and wait for things to get awkward until they wander off. Smart, right? Sometimes all you need is some sheepishness, and everything will work itself out. Reactions can get you out of jams. But they cannot get jam back in the jar. That is something they cannot do. Now... Okay, it was Simon I must have seen. I was gonna say, I could swear I saw an animal here, but nah, it must have just been Simon. Which I mean, is an animal. What I mean is an animal we haven't talked to yet. I don't want to imply Simon is not an animal. So, I mean, look at him. He's quite the animal. Yeah, I've still been, like, deciding what I even want to do while playing EVE. Because that's the thing with EVE. It's a giant sandbox. Like, you can kind of just do whatever you want within the bounds of the sandbox. Which is really a wild concept for an MMO. Especially one as old as it, because, like, it's been around since, like, the early 2000s. I think it entered, like, alpha stage in, like, 2001. Like, it's been around a hot minute. So, like, I've mostly just been doing missions, because I enjoy doing missions. Like, I know this is gonna be, like, probably decently cringy and dorky, but, wow, is this just an entire egg rock? Okay, it's not. It almost was, though. Only 2 things here were not egg. Like, I basically like just imagining little stories to go with each mission. Like, I know each mission has its own little story to it, but I've read those. I know those. I like making up my own, especially because you'll get repeat missions. Like, it's not like a big grand storyline, it's just you're given a mission out of a random pool. Ah, yawning. I was also advised to shake these trees, so I shall shake these trees. I'd been thinking of doing that more anyway, but being advised to do it basically cleared up, yeah, I should really be doing it. I also like, in a lot of ways, challenging myself with various missions, because, like, okay, here's an example. With how missions are set up, level 1s are doable in frigates. Frigates are destroyers. Level 2s are destroyers or cruisers. Level 3s are cruisers or battle cruisers. Level 4s are battle cruisers, battleships. Level 5s are tier 2 battleships or carriers. Huh? Are you talking to me? No, I was talking to the audience, Pinky. Sorry, I was way in the DIY zone. What you up to? Well, I'm making a cherry rug. I dreamt the idea when I fell asleep watching Maglev's in Love. It's all about trains in love. One of them... Hang on, not important. Doesn't matter if Maglev and Mike took the relationship off the rails, because I'm building a thing. What? Steven, you already know how to make a cherry rug. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you taught me. I'm legit so sad you already knew. But I was all set to blow your mind. Since we know it, let's share the recipe with everyone else. Here's a copy. Pass it on to a DIY lover. Then tell them it came from someone who's gonna be very famous, probably very soon. Now go, Steven. Go help the world to I'm gonna sell it. I'm sorry to say. But like, quite often, especially when I'm just messing around, I'll grab ships that are definitely not the intended class to do a mission in. Like, I've recently been, because I can only run up to level 3s, I've been running level 3s in a mix of a battle cruiser, a cruiser when I'm feeling a little bored and want to go a little faster, or a frigate. Because why not? I can do it. Like, I know the mechanics of the game well enough, I can do it. It's not as fast as using the battle cruiser. That's the main benefit of using the battle cruiser, is it has the highest damage output of the lot of them. It also has the toughest tank. It's just slow, because it doesn't have it has a propulsion module on it. It's just bigger than a cruiser, so it has the same propulsion modules as a cruiser, but it's bigger, thus it gets less benefit from it. So between my cruiser and the battle cruiser, the cruiser is faster. The frigate's faster than both of them. Alright, wonder who's at my campsite. It is going to be really funny if it's one of my old villagers, given a comment that was left recently. Gosh, if it's Fuchsia, that would be amazing. Who is it? I really need to place down, like, the final lot of land. So, it's a mouse. Broccolo. On a camping trip. Trying to meet good food. This is Island's specialty. Fruits, fish, shellfish, fruit fish, fruit shells. All those sound good. I'll take one of each. Eat it. That is fair. You're cute, but I don't know. I don't know about the name. That name seems like I would mess it up a lot. And the temptation would just be to call them broccoli. So, you know. But like, that's one of the things of, with Eve. When they added skill injectors and skill extractors, like, a lot of players immediately start going, the game's gonna become so pay to win. It's like, okay, but you still need to know how to fly your ship to perform well in it. Like, I could grab an account, spend the money to skill inject it into, like, Caldari Titan, and hand it to any one of you guys watching that's never played the game before, and I doubt you'd have that Titan by the end of the week. It will be blown up, because you simply won't know what to do with it. You know, how to keep it safe, where to go, how to set up safe spots. You probably won't have allies to help protect it. Welcome back, my BFF. Always a pleasure to have you stop by. I want to chat. Okay, let Dr. Ed prescribe the perfect activity for a huge group of friends. I would have said the aquarium, but I'm banned from aquariums. Yeah, it's a worldwide ban. And no, you don't want to... I don't want to answer any questions about it. Let's just say it was in response to the merman incident. Ed? If I ever catch you in the aquarium... I think he's been in the aquarium of our museum. I don't trust Ed. I don't trust Ed at all. But, like, the same even just goes for, like, you know, if I were to hand someone my account and say, hey, go run a level 4 mission, here's a ship. Like, especially if it's a mission that, like, has some sort of special, requirement to finishing it. Like, there's multiple missions where you need to destroy, like, a specific thing in space, not so much the NPCs. So you could be sitting there for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, not understanding why the mission isn't completing, because you don't know that you need to destroy that random thing over there. To the lucky duck who found this, I thought of this DIY recipe while I was letting loose during dance practice. Put it in this bottle, so def check out my masterpiece. You have to make it. Winnie the Master Crafter. It's a shell music box. That's fair. Like, you know, and even if we want to go past all of that stuff, if someone were to make a fresh, brand new account and then hop into cruisers, like as soon as possible, like they buy a skill injector right away, they're in a cruiser as fast as possible, and then they go PvPing, you are going to get wrecked. Pretty sure... Oh, I think this is actually a new message, but I don't feel like reading it. 20-day Flory. It was on screen long enough. I was trying to read through it, and my brain was like, is this new? Is it not? I can't tell. So, yeah. That was kind of my blank moment there. Ooh, Celeste is here. That means probably shooting stars. Oh, good evening. Aren't the stars just exquisite tonight? Goody toot, almost forgot. I came across a recipe for an astronomical project in a book, jotted it down. I'd like you to have it. Do let me know if you try building it, would you? I mean, if I get the materials, I'll definitely try making it at some point. Well, have a splendid rest of the night. I know I shall. Brain, what are we doing? Wrong button. It's a stick. It's a stick, brain. I guess I got a stick brain. I'm trying to, like, think of things to ramble about that aren't Eve related. It's so hard when that's all I've been doing lately, and, like, for the longest time, to give you some context as for why it kind of feels so good for me to be back playing that game, for the longest time, I actually considered EVE Online my favorite game of all time, and it's still definitely in my top 5. Like, which, for an MMO to be in anyone's, like, top 5 games, that's, you know, it's pretty good MMO, you know. Or that person's just crazy. Honestly, it's probably a mix of both. Power Helmet. I'm War Machine. I'm Iron Man. I'm legally distinct Iron Man. No, this would be Man Iron. This would be legally distinct Iron Man. Like, this would be like the Chinese bootleg. That's like Man Iron. And this would just be legally distinct, like someone's OC. It's actually really funny to me. I will talk about this after I talk with Sable. Oh, the tapestry hanging on the left wall over there? It belonged to our mother. Every time I look at it, I get this warm feeling inside. Like when she would hug me. Oh, I wish to hug. But, yeah. I find it funny how the Marvel Cinematic Universe takes place within the Marvel Universe during a time when Iron Man's suit was still powered by alcohol. And dude was just a raging alcoholic. Yet they conveniently left that out of the movies. And, you know, I think they were cowards to do so. We needed Iron Man walking around, slurring his words, stumbling over stuff, falling into Thanos, you know, being the drunk, the drunk a-hole that he was. Yo, touchdown, I was waiting for you, cardio, let's talk. Bunny Day's coming up, you ready, you psyched? Because April 20th will be here before you know it. Yeah, it's like 2 days away, isn't it? Yeah. No joke, my days this month are entirely messed up. Just because it is a month where the carbon rebate comes out. And this will be the final month of getting it, as I was ranting about yesterday. It hasn't come out yet. It's usually out by the 15th. People are saying 22nd, maybe? Question mark? The fact we don't know is so frustrating. What makes it even more frustrating, and like, very much a case again of I'm gonna make mention for any of my Canadian viewers, hey, election coming up, go vote. The frustrating thing is that the party that is likely to win is the same party that got rid of the carbon rebate. And is also, like, of the two parties that are likely to, you know, that have a chance of winning, is also the lesser of two poisons. They're both poison, but, you know, one tastes like Cheeto dust as an aftertaste, because, you know, he's been hanging out too much with the Americans' Cheeto. And the other one, I mean, it has a nice lavendery smell. It tastes pretty good going down, but it's still a poison. Honestly, I don't think there is a political party in Canada that I would not classify as poison. But, you know, I'm a bit of a cynic when it comes to politics. Like, until we reach a point where politicians are required to fully disclose every company they talk with, every company their friends talk with, that, you know, their friends that might influence them in various directions, that pay them money, that, you know, Until all of that stuff is fully disclosed and public knowledge for literally everybody to see, I will not trust a politician. Period. Unless one does come out and is like, yeah, here are all of the groups that pay me money, here's why they pay me money. Pinky's house. That's the rock I missed. I was like, which rock did I miss? I could swear it was that one. No, it's one by Pinky's house. How did I miss this? Okay, I'm missing a lot of things tonight. Like, because you know every politician, every single one of them, has been bought and paid for by somebody. Like, by some business, some rich individual. You know, it was a joke by Robin Williams that politicians should have to wear jackets like NASCAR drivers. When did I get this? I have the recipe for a rocket. Oh, right, that's the Celeste recipe. I'm smart. Like, they should basically have to wear, like, NASCAR jackets that basically disclose all of their sponsors, so at the very least we know why they voted that way. You know, politician walks out and right along their back is big drug company. It's like, right, okay, I understand now. You know, and it would also make it painfully obvious which politicians simply do not care about the people who voted for them. It would also force those politicians to at least make some concessions to the people who actually voted them in. Until that happens, nothing. And like I said, I know I'm very cynical on politics, and I know I normally don't even vote, but I'm going to be this year just because of the threats to my country. Like, I can't just be idle this year, you know? Especially, like, after my walk. Like, I do not wish to name parties, but if you do enough Googling, you'll be able to figure out basically which parties I'm talking about. But the one that basically has Canada's version of the US president as its leader, walking around this town, there were so many signs in people's yards being like, yeah, this person. Like, no, guys, do not listen to what he's saying. Do you not see what's going on south of our border? Like, it's so frustrating, which is part of my cynicism when it comes to politics. Because this particular political party thrives on the uneducated. It just does, which explains why the region the area I'm in, being kind of the boonies, being basically redneck country, explains why there's so many people in favor of it around here. Because it thrives on the uneducated. Because the lesser educated, when you walk up to them and you sound smart, you sound convincing, you're a bit charismatic, you can win them over. Make them agree to anything you want them to do. You have a much harder time doing that to the educated, because the educated are going to hear what you're saying, and they're going to want to fact check you. They're not just going to take you at your word. They're going to be like, okay, hold up. This is what you're saying, but where's the evidence for it? And I'm not saying everybody that follows this particular political party is uneducated. It's just that tends to make up the bulk of the voters. This is also the point where I feel I should remind people I was a politics student. I do know a fair bit of what I'm on about. You know. like it or not. Trust me, I don't like that I know this stuff so well. Ignorance is bliss and all that, and I'd almost rather have that ignorance back. Just because, like, it was so much nicer when I didn't know that, like, effectively dumb people tend to cause elections to go one way or another. Like, it's just basically how well can you convince the dumb people is we're a super popular megastar. Is basically how you win an election. Which is just so disheartening. Because, like, okay. I'm going into a political talk, and I don't tend to like doing this because I know it makes people uncomfortable to talk about politics, but, like, if we don't talk about politics, then the cycle just continues forever. Like, that's how I view it, at least. If you don't talk about it, people don't see it, and if they don't see it, then nothing will ever change for the better. But, like, I was basically always taught to question everything. Even if I agree with it. Question. Why do I agree with it? Like, that is critical thinking. How the political world has been going is all sides are going, question what everyone else says, but don't question what I say. Please do not question what I say, oh loyal minions. Like, no, question everything. You know. That's where I can safely sit back and say, yeah, every political party is just a different flavor of poison. Diva is lost in thought. Hey, Steven, you free right now? Wanna chill at your place? I mean, sure. My head's full of embarrassing memories right now. I kinda need a distraction. Yeah, come on over. Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's do this, Acorn. Not gonna lie, that just gave me the biggest, like, butterfly feelings. Because, like, I've been there. Hey. There you are. Better give you this before I forget. It's just a little gift. No, you don't need to give me anything. So you could use a floating biotrope planter. Aww. Well, she'll want to see all my rooms, I believe. Because this isn't just a surprise visit. So let's come on over here. We got an arcade machine now. Wanna play some arcade game? Gotta make myself at home. Don't mind me, Acorn. Aw. It's clearly two-player. I can't, like, move it right now. It's rude. Oh, sweet. I love your arcade combat game. I dig how you make the place feel fun to live in. Aw. Just get this going on. Just lots of pow. Give it a play. Have fun. Distract yourself. Yeah, I've literally been there. I think we've had an animal. I think it might have actually been Diva before too. Like, in that same sort of thing. Nice, love your coffee plant. So it's good to keep some greenery around, Acorn. Really brightens a room, you know? Yeah, it does. Like, I've literally been there of just like, okay, are you, like, basically turning to someone and be like, hey, are you free? I just need someone to talk to. Like, I just need someone to help keep my mind off stuff. How's your luck these days? Any chance you feel up to playing the game? Luck's been okay. High card, low card. In terms of high card, low card, my luck has been insane. Alright. What we got? It's an 8. Okay. So I don't want her T-set. And, like, the odds are definitely in favor of being lower. Because, like, there's only one number higher than 8, and that's 9. But my luck has been stupidly good lately to the point where I'm almost convinced that this is going to be a 9 if I say higher. And if I say lower, then she'll get to keep her. And then by that definition, if I say lower, she'll get to keep the teapot or tea set. And if I say higher, then she'll lose it. But it's like a 1 in 7 chance that it's a 9. So I'm going to go higher. I'm feeling that 9. It's 5. I did go for it. Today's not my day. It happens to everyone. Don't sweat it. There will be a next time. Of course there will. Visiting someone else's home is always kind of tense for me, but yours is super chill. It's like magic. Aww. I love how that just completely derailed my ranting about politics. Like, the whole point I was trying to make with that is I just wish more people would think critically. Question everything. Hey, mind if we wander for a bit? I want to check out the other rooms. Yeah, I mean, I just want to hear what you think of the bathroom. Oh, so this is your style. I like it. Yeah, it is a pretty nice bathroom. It's a real party in here. Like, the biggest thing to always question is, why do they want you to think blank? You know, figure out why you're being pointed towards thinking a certain way. This room feels really, well, roomy. You know, I'd probably use the extra space for laundry if this is my place, but that's me. Well, I'm trying to build a spaceship, because, like, strategic meeting table? Awesome, Acorn. You know what would be even more awesome? 2 of them. It's hard to have too many, you know? I mean, you still gotta be able to move, but you know what I mean. Actually, yeah, 2 of them would be kind of nice. Plop. Get like 2 of them, one set up like here, one set up over there. It would interfere with my room for turnips, but like, yeah. But yeah, like, even feel free to question why I want you to think more critically. Like, you know, like that's something valid to question. Question everything. It's a good way of going about everything. I'm not fussy, you know? No need to worry about me, Acorn. Okay. I mean, I am worried about you because you're my friend. You know. But, like, it is very much a case of, like, especially when you hear from a politician or a very politically leaned news outlet to fear or hate something, really question that. Because in general, what you're hearing is called propaganda. Should get out of your hair soon. Don't want to wear up my welcome. Aw, okay. Home's pretty rad. Thanks for hanging out with me, Acorn. You're welcome, Diva. Like, the most important thing to do is question, especially question propaganda. And there's so much of it these days. Like, it's such a common thing for everyone on any part of the political spectrum to try spreading their own propaganda instead of just being honest. Because it's basically been discovered that it's easier to motivate people who are, you know, to go against something when they fear it. You know. Like, let's use a decently easy example. Sharks. You realize how much propaganda you've been fed around sharks? You probably don't. More people die a year from sticking their fingers in electrical sockets than shark attacks. more people die each year from sticking their finger in electrical sockets than sharks attack people. They're really peaceful animals. And often, they only attack people when those people are either already injured by something else, thus getting blood in the water, and thus, you know, the shark thinking, oh, something injured, I'm gonna go eat it, because that's how sharks operate. Or they're in, you know, a bodysuit or something that basically, to that shark, looks like it's prey. Sharks don't attack people. Sharks have almost no interest in attacking people. If you really rile them up at feeding time, yeah, they're gonna be a bit annoying. But you have to really rile them up. But it's beneficial to make you afraid of sharks, so that you'll pay to go on various shark tours to see sharks, and you know, you'll pay to go down in that shark cave, and adrenaline junkies will pay to go down in that shark cage, because sharks are dangerous, man. And then because they riled up those sharks before they sent you down in the shark cage to really make them aggressive, that adrenaline junkie's gonna come away going, man, that was intense. The sharks were like slamming into it. They really wanted me. They you know, it's like, yeah, because they were really riled up and they were hungry, and you looked like food. Like, there's businesses built around people being afraid of sharks. That's why propaganda around sharks exists. To basically fuel those businesses that rely on the propaganda for you to do their thing. It also makes it a lot easier to justify, you know, from these businesses' perspectives, it makes it easier for them to justify killing off sharks, because they're making the waters safer for you. When what they're probably doing is realizing that, you know, the sharks where they are is a problem for something they want to do that will make them a lot of money. So they need to get rid of those sharks because they're causing them problems. They're stopping them from making money. And they want to make money. That's all they want to do. They don't care about the shark. They don't care about anything other than making money. So, you know, and maybe they want to drill for oil or something, and like, they can't drill for oil because there's sharks in the area, and depending on the shark, it's an endangered animal, so, you know, well, they're relocating the sharks, or, you know, they're doing, you know, or they'll conveniently just end up killing the sharks by accident. Totally accident. You can't prove it. Or, you know, some group will come in and poach the sharks, even though they didn't have any interest in it before, but and if you really, like, dug around and traced money back, you'd be able to find that this big business paid for the sharks to be removed so that they could drill for oil or something. So that propaganda has many uses, because, you know, people are gonna care. But at the same time, like, you're probably not gonna care a huge amount about sharks being removed from areas you care about. If your favorite beach was always flooded with sharks, and you know, because the sharks are always kicking around, like, lifeguards are always calling out, hey, out of the water, there's sharks, and you gotta get out of the water, and you just really want your day at the beach, you're gonna be thinking, man, these darn someone needs to do something about these sharks. So when someone comes along and gets rid of them, you're gonna be like, yeah, they did something about those aggressive, mean sharks. Not realizing that the sharks were just there because you're going into their home, for one. And two, they were probably just curious. They were just like, huh, what's going on over there? There's lots of things. I'm gonna go take a look. And, like, that's not to say sharks can't be dangerous. Like, don't get me wrong, they can be. So can dogs. So can cats. So can the air you breathe. Like... Another big piece of propaganda you'll be shown a lot is the propaganda of we're creating jobs. You're not really. Because let's use a I'm going to use a hometown example here. So, my hometown had a little game rental store called Long Branch. Still exists. They didn't close down. They just stopped renting games and movies and stuff because a larger company moved in, bought a big building, started offering game and movie rentals at a cheaper rate than what Long Branch could do, and people stopped going to Long Branch. Well, it turns out that there wasn't enough people in my town to supply this big business. And this big business coming in was to create jobs. It was given permission by the town to set up to create jobs. Well, the employees that it needed to function ended up costing the company more than operating the business was earning them. So they shut it down. But this was after Long Branch shut down their game and movie rental because they couldn't compete. So now, Long Branch has fewer employees. This movie rental place is gone. It wasn't Blockbuster. I don't remember what it was, but it was a big one. It was like Rent a Movie or something like that. Grab a Movie. I don't know. I think Grab a Movie was the convenience store branch that moved in that also failed. Like, so ultimately, them bringing in more jobs actually cost the town jobs. Like, you have to look at the full impact on what they're doing. Like, let's give a more hypothetical scenario. Let's say you're living in a small town without any big box supermarket. It's just a small town supermarket, independently owned. They have to basically buy things from big supermarkets and have them shipped in because they're not big enough to buy directly from suppliers, so things are a little expensive compared to, like, going to the big city. But, you know. But let's say your city is maybe, like, 1,000 people. And, you know, because it's such a small town, there is ample work to do. It's mostly farm work, but you're paid pretty good for it, and the farm fresh things in your local supermarket are actually really cheap, because they're just buying directly from the farmers at that point. And, you know, the farmers, because they want to help the locals, you know, the locals that they're, you know, that are working for them, they're also not charging these stores all that much. So then your local mayor decides, we're going to, in a way of helping to create more jobs in this town, we're going to invite in Walmart. We're going to have Walmart come and set up a super center. And everyone's thinking, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Like, Walmart's pretty cool. We'll be able to buy a bunch of stuff then. Then Walmart shows up and starts offering prices lower than everything at your little mom and pop independent supermarket. So everybody stops shopping there. They're going to the Walmart. Flash forward a year, 2 years. Walmart hasn't made a profit in your town. They're pulling out. Your local supermarket? It hasn't been able to make a profit either. It closed down a year ago. So now, your little town, that used to have a nice, cute little mom and pop supermarket, has no supermarket whatsoever. Everyone now needs to travel multiple hours to the nearest other stores to buy food. Now, your local farmers also, because they haven't been able to sell to your little local supermarket for a while because it just doesn't have customers, because even at the sweetheart deal it was getting, they couldn't compete with Walmart. Well, a lot of your local farmers have also had to start closing up their farms because, well, no one wants to buy their produce. So now their farms are emptying. And now not only has this little town lost all of its shopping capabilities whatsoever, it's lost, let's say, a quarter of its farms, and now you're out all of the jobs from that supermarket, all the jobs from those farms, and maybe the other farmers bought up the farmland and tried to keep it going. And then suddenly a big company comes along and starts buying out all of your farms. Buying out all your farmers, and then starts showing up to door going, hey, we want to buy your home because we want to turn your property into more farmland. And then suddenly, after 2-3 years, there's no town left. It's just a big industrial farm now. All those lives basically just gone. All the history of that place, gone. All the jobs that were there, gone. It's a big industrial farm now, probably run by 5-10 people. Where that used to employ 500, it's now 15-20 watching machines. You know, like that's where you need to be careful on the we're bringing in jobs. Like, bringing in jobs is, let's bring in a business that this town does not already have. You know, that's going to your small town and going, you know what this bad boy actually needs? We could use a programming studio here. Let's let's build up a studio building. Let's make sure it's got a good internet connection, and then let's make an offer to some small programming groups, like small game development studios, maybe even some big ones. See if they want to set up a branch in our little town. It's, you know, scenic area. Pretty great. We have amenities. We can accommodate. You got good internet. Well, hey, we don't have a movie theater. Hey, let's see about getting one of those set up. It won't be a big one because we're not a big town, but, you know, let's get maybe a 2-screen movie theater set up. Let's bring new businesses into our town. A lot of the times when they talk about bringing in jobs, what they're talking about is bringing in a big business that does the same job someone in your town's already doing for cheaper, but that littler company isn't paying that politician money for their business to make its way into your town. This has been a long rant. I do apologize for that. I get very, very passionate about this stuff. Politics student. I know to a lot of people I probably just sounded like a crazed conspiracy theorist. But honestly, even if you probably look at the history of your own town, you'll be able to see all of the crap I was talking about. Small businesses being pushed out, big businesses being brought in, then those big businesses failing because your town probably ain't big enough. Let's be fair, if you're watching me, you're probably a small town person. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're big city folks. I don't know. I'm a small town boy. I was not born and raised in South Detroit, though. No, it's a city boy. I can't even remember that song. It's been so freaking long. Yeah. That's gonna be it for this one, because I have rambled long enough, and I have probably upset people with my ramblings, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to get upset by someone saying things you don't like to hear. Again, question it. Like, why would I want you to know all this stuff? Honestly, I can tell you my opinion why I want you to know this stuff is because I want everyone to be more informed, more educated, more vigilant, think more critically. Like, we have this big jello thing in our heads that is for doing the big thunks. And a lot of people just don't do the big thunk. They do a little thunk, and they listen to that person that sounds like they know what they're talking about. Like, that's gonna be the end of my rant. Thank you all very much for watching and putting up for my weird rantings and ramblings. And hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then. And now in this end card, I'd like to ask, if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.